Brothers, this video has been a long time coming. Purpose. Every man needs to have a purpose. Without our purpose, well, we feel incomplete. So if you're not feeling complete in yourself right now, it could be because you don't have a purpose. Now, you're probably asking yourself, but what's my purpose? If you don't know what your purpose is, that's okay. I was lucky enough to find out what my purpose was, and I have a big long-term vision that I'm aiming towards. I broke that down into little steps that I can do weekly and daily to get me to where I need to be. Now, if you don't know what your purpose is, it could be just a case of mini projects. Just little mini projects that move you ever so slightly forward. Little victories along the way. All right, it's simple, but you got to figure out what you want. So you can start off by asking yourself a few questions. What do I want to experience in life? Write down a list. What do I want to have? And what do I want to do? And finally, who do I want to be? Now there's 5 different areas that you can ask and that you have column. Like write down a column, these questions, and across the top you've got career, health, finance, which is different to career, could be, relationships, and finally spiritual side. Now, health to me is the most important one. You need your health up intact, otherwise you can't do anything. You can't think clearly, you can't go out there and create the wealth you need. You can't do what you love, you can't build those relationships, you can't really connect to any spiritual side if your health isn't really at 100%. So focus on your health first so you can become the best. Whatever that is, write down your goals, your ideal weight, your training regimen, whatever it is you want to do, you've got to write it down and stick to it, the main thing. Career. If you're not happy with the job you do every day, not talking about the money side at this point, just what you do every day. If you don't like what you do, well, I mean, that's minimum, average 8 hours a day of your life doing this. If you're not happy with that, you're wasting 8 hours a day. Of course, you can always find little things within that job that you can build on. But the point is, if you're not happy with that, slowly start moving towards the step you want to be in. Skill up. Very important. Skill up first. Get your skills up, and that way you can be where you want to be. But it's all about the daily things you do to move towards your goal. If not daily, then weekly. Every single week, slowly move towards your goal. This is how you find your purpose. Be open to opportunities, basically, because you never know what the universe will present you. You've got to be open to that opportunity, and you can snap it up when it comes along. You got to break it down into small chunks as well. This is what I'm saying by daily, because what you do daily does define you. So if you do these little things each and every day, you can build up to that person you want to be. Now, finances, a little different to career. What you can do is if you're happy with the job you've got, but it doesn't pay a lot, put a little bit away each week, start figuring out the best way to invest that money to grow into more. Ideally, your career is the one that gives you the most money, but finances can be separate. You need multiple sources of income, and if you just slowly build up each time, I don't expect you to become a millionaire overnight or borrow money to invest. Just squirrel away a little bit here and there, the 5s and 1s, and build yourself up. I use something called Raise. It just takes a couple of dollars each week, and it's slowly building up. It's like saving, but it's also putting it in the share market. Whatever happens, happens. I saw an opportunity. I took it. I'm hopeful that it's going to get there. You've got to find your own path. It's simple as that. Relationships. Now, this one can be complicated, but basically it comes down to, how do you make the other person feel? Are you making them feel good or bad? I mean, each interaction is going to be different, but over the full term of the relationship, has it been more good or more bad? Your job, your goal, is to build strong, solid relationships over the long term. So you always reinforce your own boundaries and have that respect. But if you can make the person feel good about themselves, they walk away happy, and they're willing to be there for you when you need them. They'll make you feel better when you need to be lifted up. So I'd make that a purpose, is to build strong, solid relationships. Just make people feel good. Is what I'm going to say make this person feel better or worse? and then proceed from there. Right? Then finally, your spiritual side. Now, I'll leave that up to you, but I'm always moving towards a place of whole spiritual. I just want to get more closer to what I think of as God, the universe, that connection, that oneness that I'm pretty sure we all feel deep down, but that's just my thoughts on that matter. I'm going to leave it at that. But your purpose is basically doing small things, small mini projects that are going to lead you to where you want to be. Just give you one step closer to that goal. If you have a big goal, and if you don't, just little mini projects to keep you busy. That's your purpose for the time being. Someone says, what's your purpose? Right now, my purpose is I'm working on my career. Right now, my purpose is I'm working on my finances or my health, relationships, whatever it is, but it's just mini steps that are going to get you to where you need to be. And by the end of 3 months, you're going to feel amazing that you've come this far. You'll be surprised. In fact, 12 months from now, after starting this, you're going to think, how far have I come in all areas? And if you want to know where to start, focus on your weakest point. If money's your issue, focus on finances. If it's the career you're worried about, focus on that. Health, whatever it is, same deal goes. Focus on your weakest area, and a funny thing happens. Once you become really good in one area, it sort of spreads like a domino effect to all the other areas. So focus on one area for now. Make it a 3-month project, because that's decent enough time. Not too long that you can get bored, but long enough so you can see some results, and break it down into weekly and daily steps. It's simple, but you got to stick to it. You got to follow through to the end. As men of integrity, one of the things we do is we follow through. So with that happy thought, get on your purpose, find out what your first main action is, and stick to it till the end, and watch those results. This is an important one, so stick to it, follow through, get active on your goals, and make the life you want. Till next time, adios.